The battle over Confederate monuments is happening here.
Oh, yeah.
Today, protesters, as you can see, gathered outside of that Confederate monument right in front of the Hillsborough County Courthouse in support of moving this.
Now, get this. A GoFundMe page set up to raise $140,000 to remove that statue got an overwhelming number of donations today. Take a look at this. The page is no longer accepting donations. The latest post says, quote, "Thank you so much, Tampa Bay. With outside donations, we are now over $140,000. We couldn't have done it without your help. It took less than a day to reach that amount, but not long before protesters went head-to-head outside of the courthouse."
I stood up to the KKK in Jacksonville. I'll continue to stand up to the KKK in Jacksonville and throughout Florida. I stand up to black supremacy. I stand up to the new Black Panther Party. I will stand up to racial injustice in America. And I'm out here standing up to you, showing my dissent for your movement to erase American history.
Now, a number of people involved in the Tampa business community, they rallied together and were a big reason the funds were raised so quickly to remove the monument.
And you know, it's going to take $285,000 roughly to move that monument. Candace Aviles is at the Hillsborough County Courthouse right now. Candace, a lot of people pitched in to raise these funds, both members of the community and business leaders as well.
Courtney, that's right. The main person kind of starting the whole push was Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn. But before I go more into that, I want to show you what's happening right now. Just a few minutes ago, a truck pulled up with a ton of plywood, and you can see this group of workers starting to put up a protective barrier around the Confederate monument. Now, I'm assuming this is going to stay up until they're able to properly move it, and that you see them putting it up pretty quickly. But going back to who started to get this fundraising goal on the roll, Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn called attention to the campaign this morning. He shared his support for the monument's removal on social media, and he shared this status on Facebook with a picture of a $1,000 check. He wrote, "Not a city statue, but I have a moral obligation to do my part. Now take it down." And he included a link to the Tampa statue relocation GoFundMe page. This afternoon, he talked about why this issue is important to him and called out county commissioners for their decision.
It shouldn't have happened that way, and it shouldn't have been the burden of the business community to do this. That commission should have had the moral high ground and the political courage to be willing to do it themselves. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth.
And he isn't the only one calling out the commissioners. The Greater Tampa Chamber of Commerce pledged $70,000, saying that the business community can be a catalyst for positive change. Now, in a press release, the chamber said as a result of Hillsborough commissioners passing on the responsibility to the business community, the chamber has accepted their challenge. And following the chamber's lead, significant other business leaders have committed to moving the monument. They go on to say they look forward to working with county commissioners in the future to make more enlightened decisions. Now back out here live, I want to show you what they're doing. This just happened about a few minutes ago. A truck pulled up with a ton of plywood. We have a crew of workers working to set up what is what you could call a little wall around the monument, I'm assuming to protect it in the meantime before it is able to be officially moved. And coming up at 11, we'll break down why it costs so much money to remove this Confederate monument and where that money is going specifically. Reporting live, Candace Aviles, 10 News.